Hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to be doing more predictions. Now, if you got my channel, you'll see I have some Premier League predictions where I think every team will finish in the Premier League. However, I was meant to do mine like straight away and upload it straight away and all that shit, but I'm a lazy fuck and I couldn't be asked. Today, the second match day of the Liga Nos has already started, but that the transfer window is still open, so I felt like I might as well still do my prediction because there's still 33 more games for most of the teams. So does it make a big difference? No, it really doesn't. So these predictions are still going to be quite handy. I'm still going to get a shitload wrong. You know how it goes. Or maybe you don't because you didn't watch my last video. If you didn't watch my last video, go down to my channel, my last video, Premier League predictions, and the format's going to be the exact same as this one. So we're going to start off with with the 18th position. I'm going to go for Portimonense. I think they are going to be getting relegated. And now, ask me why. Please ask me why. I'll tell you why. Because they should have got relegated last season and they got away with it big time because Vitória de Setúbal and Sportivo de Aves, they couldn't. Vitória de Setúbal couldn't afford to stay in the league, so they went down instead of Portimonense, which I find very unfair. Portimonense finished in the relegation zone. If, in my opinion, relegate Portimonense as well. Setúbal can go down as well, but Portimonense goes down as well and just promote 3 teams, in my opinion. That's not how I went and Portimonense got away with it, but I don't think they're going to last one more season. I think this is the season they're going to go down. They're very poor in my opinion. I think they're going to go rock bottom. 17th place we're going to go for Farense. They're a newly promoted side. I don't rate them very highly. There's nothing there that shows me that they're going to stay in the division. I think one of the teams that have come up, I do think one of them is going to get relegated. I think it's going to be Farense. I don't see any spark about them. I don't see why they will stay up. I could be wrong, but I don't see Farense staying up. Now, I'm confused because I thought only 2 teams got relegated, but I was looking at the league table through my OneFootball app because I was just looking at all the teams that were in the league. And according to OneFootball, alright, I'm on my phone right now and I have no idea if you're going to see this. You see this here? It has the relegation playoffs. Focus on my fucking camera. Focus on my phone. It has the relegation playoffs. Now, explain, because I'm not aware of any relegation playoffs, and if it's a thing then it's been introduced this season. So I'm gonna say the relegation playoffs /16. This team is either going to go in the playoffs for the relegation or they're going to finish 16th. My prediction doesn't change at all. The position is the same. I don't know what sort of effect it has. Some places that say it's a relegation playoff, some places don't. So I have absolutely no idea how the format is this season. But if it's a relegation playoff, I think Tondela is going to be in that position. I think Tondela is either going to narrowly avoid relegation or they're going to be in a very, very rough relegation trap where they're going to play a playoff to stay in the division, and they're going to fight hard to stay in the division, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's 16th. I don't know what sort of effect it has. They're either going to narrowly avoid relegation or they're going to be in that playoff and they're going to have to scrape through that. 15th, narrowly avoiding relegation. Bulnes is sad. Now, don't be sad, you're not getting relegated. I had to make that joke. Although I don't rate them very highly, I don't think they've got enough to get relegated. I don't think they're good enough to compete for any sort of spot. They're just going to be there. Unless you support Bulnes, sad, you're not going to know where they are for most of the season and be like, oh, they're 15th, that sort of thing. Just a quick interruption to the video. So Bulnes and the SAD got separated. So there's a Bulnes in the 3rd division and there's Bulnes SAD in the main division. Can someone explain to me, because the club was separated by 2. Where did the supporters go? Did they stay at Bulnes or the Bulnes SAD? Where did the supporters go? Did half the supporters support SAD and the other half support the other Bulnes? I don't know what happened to their fan base. How did they choose who to support, or do they support both? I don't know. And it will be possible for Bulnes to play against Bulnes SAD, I'm assuming. So who will you support? I don't know, that just came up and I had to put that out there. It's kind of mad, isn't it? But yeah, up into 14th place, I'm going to be predicting for Gil Vicente. They done quite well last season for their standards. Gil Vicente, where did they finish last season? They finished in 10th place. That's not bad for a recently promoted team. This is going to be that second season syndrome where the teams that promoted do well in the second season, they kind of fall back. And they're not going to be as strong as they were last season, in my opinion. Now, in 13th position, I do believe they finished there last season. They did. Passos de Ferreira, there's not really much about them. You never really they used to be top 6 like sort of side. Like they used to be quite high up in the league table. They've kind of fallen off, and I don't really see that much about them. Like they're okay, like sometimes they put up a good challenge against the teams, but they're not really incredible. Like they don't give me that, they don't scare me. I think they're just gonna stay where they finished last season. I don't know of any massive signings from them, and I don't know about any massive departures either. I think it's just gonna stay around there. Maybe they finish 12th or 14th, but it's gonna be around that area in my opinion. Gonna go for 12th place. We're gonna go for Marítimo. They're going to be the worst Madeiran team in my opinion in the league. Madeiran in fucking Madeiran because it's fucking Portugal. Like I'm not like them dumbass people that think Madeira is not in Portugal. Fucking hell, that pisses me off so much. Last season they finished, where did they finish last season? They finished in 11th, so I'm going to put them like around the same position as well. Like I don't rate them too much, to be honest. Like they used to be quite good. Like they used to be like top 6, 7. Like I used to be scared of going to fucking Marítimo, but now it's just like, okay, we're going to go to Madeira. Like the worst thing about the trip to Marítimo is the fucking journey. Like it's not even the fucking game. Like it's not even that deep. But like, yeah, I think 12th is a decent position for Marítimo. Like, I don't rate them very highly. Like they're just there. 11th place, yeah, we're gonna go for Moreirense. Now last season I'm quite sure they finished quite high up. Last season they finished in 8th position, and I think they're not gonna do as good as they did last season. I'm quite sure one of their better players from last season was on loan and they've like come back. I think the teams above them have just like, they're just better than them in my opinion. So I think Moreirense will finish in 11th place. They might finish 10th, 9th, but I think that's a fair position for Moreirense. If they finish there, I don't think their fans will be too bothered. They don't really expect to be battling for any European position, and I don't think they should be expecting to be in a relegation battle this season. Yeah, Moreirense for 11th place. We're going to go into the top 10, and there's a promoted side that I haven't told you about yet, have I? Nacional is going to go in the 10th position, and I rate them fairly. I think they're a decent team. They got promoted recently, but I think they're going to be one of the teams that come up, and like there's always a promoted team that just does well. Like they're just always that one team. Like last season, Gil Vicente finished 10th. Nacional is going to finish 10th as well in my opinion. There's always that one promoted side that I just think does quite well, and I think it will be Nacional in this instance. Into 9th position, they're going to finish 3 spaces up where they finished last season. I'm going to go for Boavista. Why? They have made some really good signings. Javi Garcia, Adil Rami, I think he did. I think they signed Adil Rami. I might be mistaken, and that'll be such a fucking L from my half. But like, I think they did sign Adil Rami, fucking world champion. They're building a decent team. They made some good signings this season. I'm not going to lie, and I think it warrants top 10 position. 9th. I would not be surprised if they finish 6th, 7th, 8th. Not be any shock to me, but I'm going to put them at 9th just to play it a bit safe, not overrate them too much, but just because they made a few good signings. Into the top 8, we're going to go for 8th position, and it's a team that a lot of people might not expect to be that low. Some people might expect them to be even lower, but I think in 8th position I'm going to put Famalicão, and I'll explain to you why. Last season they did show a lot of promise. Like, I'm very impressed with how they played last season. However, all of their good players were loans. Fucking Rasic and that's fucking left back from Valencia, I can't pronounce it, Alex something. Starts with a C, I don't know how to pronounce it. That centre back from Atletico Madrid, fucking that fucking Fabio Martins. I was about to say Carlos Martins, fucking no, he's long gone. Bunch of good players. In my opinion, their best player, Pedro Gonçalves, went to Sporting. I'm so pissed off because I wish Benfica signed him, but he went to Sporting. I'm surprised they still have that Gustavo Assunção. I'm quite impressed that they managed to keep him, to be honest. I think he's quite a decent player. I'm very, very surprised that they haven't sold Tony Martinez yet, because he's a very good striker in my opinion. I'd really like to see him at Benfica, I can't lie. I think for Famalicão, they don't have that same thing about them. That Lameda is just quite a good player though. 8th place, I think it's fair. Now, there's a certain team I haven't said yet. Where did they finish last season? Do you want me to tell you? Last season, yeah, they finished in 9th. Now that's not a bad finish for them. Like, a lot of people might have said it's like they overachieved. I don't think they did. I really rate this team, and have you guessed it yet? Like, they finished 9th last season. They're not in the table yet. Like, can they go any higher? Don't know. It's Santa Clara. Now I'll tell you why they're in 7th position. I rate them so much. They beat Benfica 4-3 last season. I was so impressed with their team. That Fabio Cardoso, holy shit, he's so good. and yeah, I really rate them. Like, I think Santa Clara are a very good team. I think they had one of the best records in the second half of the season last year. They're a very good side, and I think 7th position might even be too low for them. Like, that's how much I rate them. Will not be any shock to me if they finish in 6th or 5th. It will not be a shock to me. Now into the top 6. 6th place, we're going to be starting with Vitória de Guimarães. Now in 6th position, I think they didn't have a bad summer. They got in Quaresma. I just think the teams above them are better than them. There's not much I can say to like play down Guimarães, but I just think that the teams that are above them are better. As far as I'm concerned, that's gonna give Europa League qualifications next year, because I think 3 teams go to the Champions League now. So in that case, that does give them Europa League access. I don't think there'll be too much complaining from Guimarães. So 6th position for Guimarães. Into the top 5, and we're gonna start off with Rio Ave. I think they're a very good team. They did lose Carlos Carvalhal. I can't speak. They did lose Carlos Carvalhal for this, and what's his name, Taremi. But I do think they still have quite a decent squad, and I do think they have enough to finish in 5th place. They did beat Besiktas recently, so there's still something about them. They got Carlos Mané, not a bad team. Yeah, I think 5th position is probably the highest that Rio Ave is gonna get. I think the top 4 is just always undebated. I think the only debate with the top 4 is what order it is, and I think they're going to be the best of the rest, essentially. Now into 4th place, we're going to go for the team who always finishes 4th, Sporting Braga. I do want to put them higher. Carlos Carvalhal. Fuck. Boom! Carlos Carvalhal. His name's pissing me off. Carlos Carvalhal. Caralho. He did join Braga. They've got Nico Gaitan. They've got, oh my god, I rate them so much. But I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of cheating, but the start of the season hasn't looked very impressive. Like, I was quite impressed in that preseason game they played against Benfica. In front of goal, like, Paulinho is such a good striker. Like, just shooting boots, they need to come out quick. If they come out, they might finish 3rd, even 2nd actually, because I do rate their managers so much, and they've got a very, very decent squad. Ricardo Horta, André Horta, Gaitan, Paulinho. I think Fabio Martins came back. Like, they're a good team, very good team. Into the top 3, I might be upsetting a few fans. And I think I'm going to get a few dislikes, I can't lie. I think the dislikes are coming in. In 3rd place, I'm going to go for FC Porto. Now, don't dislike the video. Please don't dislike the video, right? Don't dislike the video. But I'm gonna go for Porto in the 3rd position. Well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get this. I don't even care. Fuck off, Porto. I'm gonna go for Porto in 3rd place. Simply, I don't rate you. I don't rate your club. Quite simply, I don't think your club is good. I don't rate your strikers. I have some respect for Taremi, I can't lie. But Marega is shit, Suarez is shit, I think he's leaving anyways. There's a few players I rate. I rate Luis Diaz. I rate Uribe. I rate fucking Corona. I rate Alex Delge, but I think he's leaving. There's a few decent players in your club, I can't lie. But overall, I don't rate your manager. I don't think he's a good manager. Like, the only thing that Sergio Conceição was good at is motivating your club, getting like your club up for it. I think he's good at that, like motivating. But when it comes to like tactically, I think he gets tactically outclassed like quite easily. The only reason why you won the league is because Benfica was shit last season. Honestly, he lost that 8-point gap. The only reason why you made up an 8-point gap or whatever it was last season is because we're just shit and we just lost like so many games. Like, it doesn't make you good, it just makes you less bad. But yeah, I don't think you're a good club. Honestly, it's not because I hate you, it's just because I don't think you're good. 3rd place I think is where Porto's gonna finish. You know, you get Champions League qualification, like, don't complain. But so yeah, now the top 2. The title is gonna be in Lisbon. Now, is it gonna be red or green and white? That sounds really weird saying in English. So we're gonna see the first title in 20 years, or we're gonna see the first title in 2 years. My prediction for the champions of Portugal. If you're a Sporting fan, did you really think I was going to predict Sporting? Benfica's going to win the title in my opinion. Sporting, I think, will be a close 2nd. I rate Ruben Amorim, very good manager. I think his tactics are, I think he knows what he's doing. I rate a couple of your players. I rate a goal from Luis Maximiliano. Sporting, I think is going to have a season. I think it's going to be that, what's that fucking called? I forgot what that felt like. You see like those like underrated, like don't really notice them, but they do sick. But I think Sporting is going to show a lot this season. And I rate you. Pedro Gonçalves is a fantastic player. You've got a lot of good youth players. Jovan Cabral showed his class last season, and I think that I do think Sporting is better than Porto. I can't lie. Maybe the loss of Acuna might be quite hard because I think he was one of your best players, but I think you can live without him. But yeah, I think Sporting's got enough to like push Benfica for the title. I don't think you're going to win it just yet. I think you're going to wait a bit longer, but I do think that you're going to put in a fight. I do think you're going to be better than Porto. I just think that Benfica's going to have that above you. If we lose Ruben Dias though, I don't know. Oh my god, if Benfica lose Ruben Dias, I'm actually I'm just gonna cry myself to sleep, to be honest. I'm never waking up. Fucking hell, like, don't you fucking dare. I really hope that is not true, but Fabrizio Romano hasn't said here we go yet, so I've got hope. So yeah, first place Benfica. I was deep in the fact that we might lose Ruben Dias, and I was about to have a mental breakdown, but like, yeah, first place Benfica. I do think we have too much for the league. Jorge Jesus is the best manager in the league by a long shot, in my opinion. I think that Darwin Nunes is going to be a good signing. I do like him a lot. Everton is sick. Waldschmidt, very good player. We got a very good team now. That defense, I can't stand to see them. A defense of Otamendi and Dramaid. Oh no. Depression is gonna hit hard if you saw Ruben Dias. Like, you see this. This is his autograph, yeah. And like, I met him before I even knew who he was. Like, I didn't even know who he was. Like, I literally posted on my snaps saying I met Benfica's new striker. I met Seferovic as well, and I got his autograph as well. And I remember like posting on my Snapchat saying, oh look, I met Seferovic, and then I posted Ruben. He's like, I don't know who the fuck this is, and now he's like, yeah, I love him very much. Enough sobbing. There's no point crying. Like, 60 million. I think he's worth more than that. Maguire cost 80 million, for fuck's sake. If Ruben Dias was English, you wouldn't dare seeing him leave for less than 100 million. But you know what? He's Portuguese. Like, his name's not Harry fucking Day. He's not Harry Day. Like, it's fucking Ruben Dias. Like, fuck off. Like, pissing me off. 60 million plus Otamendi. Are you mad? Nah, fam, and that's a whole topic for a whole different video. Like, that is mad. I am mad. Like, you can tell I'm pissed off. Just but yeah, I still think Benfica's going to finish in first place. Like, deep down, Otamendi will still probably be one of the best defenders in the league if he does come. See, I just went on. I can't fucking talk today. Ugh. See, I just went on a fucking rant today. Because that Ruben Dias news did not satisfy me whatsoever. Like, fuck's sake. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. That's my league table. Do you agree with it? If you don't, comment down below what you'd change. If you agree with me, then you're a smart person. I hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. I'll see you guys for the next one, and I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Peace.